2018 American 14-1 Straight Pool Championships. This is the 10th and final round of the round robin before we move on to single elimination. Our first player from Finland, Petri Makkonen, sponsored by Korba Custom Cues, Suomen Bilderdimente, M3 Logistics, Taon Billiards, Mustakasi, 777 RR Sports, Sari Jarvi Infra, Zan Tips, and High Rock Productions. There you go, clap for him. His opponent will be Efren Reyes. I think we all know him, one of the greatest players of our time, sponsored by Puyat Sports. This is a match to 125 points. Good. Get the crowd going.
Hey guys, this is Michael Yednek and Del Sim. We'll be doing commentary for this match with Efren Reyes and Petri. Is it Makkonen?
Petri Makkonen, yeah.
Petri Makkonen. This should be a fun match, guys. We're looking forward to this match taking place.
Looks like Efren's about to break off. Far from textbook, but looks for a good cue ball. If you've seen Petri play before, you'll know he's not afraid of a long shot. Everyone, we've got the chat open on our phones, so like I say, if you're listening and you want to make a comment or ask a question, please feel free. Myself and Mike will be commentating this entire match. In the build-up. Also note that Efren is at Amsterdam Billiards this Saturday, 6 p.m, playing Tony Roble. So this is a warm-up for me and Mike, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so it looks like Efren has a wide-open shot here.
Surprising miss from Petri there. Petri had maybe just a little bit of pre-game nerves. This is the last place you want to leave Efren. He's already ran 125 and out this tournament, and he's been very close. He's been over 100 again.
Yeah, he ran a 98 against me. He's playing great, really nice patterns, really soft strokes, so he's not really working the cue ball that hard and getting a lot of action.
That's a nice comment, Bob. Thank you so much. What the event's kind of promoted here is that we the players actually get involved with the commentary, and you would have seen just there was a request put out that at least one every player did at least one commentary, which I think is a nice thing, a nice touch to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for the players, I think, in general, just to analyze other players' approach at the table. Efren just lost his cue ball there. He wasn't intending to do that. I believe he has a shot in the 1 ball, and the 6 ball makes it might actually make it a smaller pocket.
Yeah. Guys still comment, Mike Panzarella just saying that Petri probably hit that bit hard. I mean, if you watch Petri play a lot, he loves to hit the cue ball hard.
I think Efren has a shot in the 11 here. He's going to cut the 11 in.
Oh yeah, he's 100% got a shot here. Aaron Beckner in the house. She'd been an avid supporter of the stream. It's a shame you couldn't make it here, Aaron. Would have been good to see you. Andrew Manning's comment. Efren's out from here. I mean, you never doubt that Efren's out from anywhere. Just
Yes.
incredible how good he still plays.
It is. I think he's going to play the 10, then the 14 in the side, or he's going to play the 10-6 combination and then the 14 in the side and sort of clear out that 7 ball. Then there's no other problems left on the table.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a nice shot. Just opens up. There's no clusters now.
Yeah, his last problem is really that 10 ball, the 8 and 10 on the left side of the table. But everything looks pretty good here. He's got a 9 ball break shot, a 1 ball key ball. And he could push the 9, make it a little better off the 7 now if he's got the correct angle. I'm not sure if he has that. Yeah, it looks like he could push that over a little bit. I would definitely do that. I'd knock it over, a good ball and a half turn. And he had position on the 2 after.
Yeah, do you think he's going to protect the 9? I mean, he didn't want that kiss on the 8 ball, but this is a pretty easy combo for someone like Efren.
Yeah, the 10 ball is frozen to the rail, but he's nice and close to the balls, and he looks like he's perfect.
Yeah,
He's got to take this now.
He'll take this out early.
He played soft. The pockets are playing a little loose right now. It's brand new cloth. And yeah, obviously no problems there.
Yeah, I've not had a chance to hit any balls on the TV table, but everybody's saying it's playing very nice. It's playing lovely. Brand new Simonis cloth. As you see there, it's the Brunswick table. They'll survive a bomb attack if you look after them in the right way.
He's just addressing the balls and the rails now, getting rid of the 8 and the 15. And he's got pretty much 4 possible key balls for the 9 ball. I think he's going to play position for the 5 next.
I'm just going to go and find the live scoring link. Mike's just going to keep talking to you.
Eric Kwan just put that up for you guys. The live scoring link's up. Eric just put that up on the post, so we're good.
Excellent, fantastic. We can concentrate on commentating.
Yeah, Eric's been on top of that for us.
Finland in the house.
Now, if he can't get up for the 5, he'll just play for the 14. Yeah, it looks like that's what he did.
I love that Finland's watching right now. They must be, oh man, it must be like 2 a.m. Maybe 3 a.m. So it's good to see those guys watching and supporting their players out here. They have at least 4, I believe we have 4 Finnish players right now. Kasper, Jani, Mika and Petri.
Yeah, it looks like 1529 is the pattern here.
I'm going to let Mike call the patterns because I have no clue what Efren's thinking ever. I just say, what would Efren do? I have the t-shirt.
I think everyone has the t-shirt. It's pretty awesome.
What would Efren do?
He lost his cue ball a bit there. He's laughing because he knows he wanted to be straight on this ball and just draw it back a couple inches. Instead, he's got to go to the rail and back out. He'll try to get to the middle of the table. He doesn't want to favor the left side too much or off too steep of a cut. So he's got to hit this with a bit of pace and low outside English or low right as he's looking at it.
I think he's looking at low right. He's just going to pump this and come round 2 rails, 3 rails, and back out. He's
Right,
a little
he needs
short.
to get back to the middle.
I mean, there's the speed of the table. Any shorter and this isn't possible, but he's just about good enough. Where you see that it's not quite at the 90-degree angle at the overhead.
Yeah, he can make this ball, but this is very demanding.
Yeah, you're looking at probably a 75-degree angle right now.
Thanks for the score, guys. The good thing is, as long as he pockets this ball, he'll have shape on another shot. It's very unlikely he won't have a shot after this. And probably no balls will be touching.
Yeah, you'll see the whole thing split out. What you'll notice about Efrain, he doesn't hit these hard. He just kind of floats them out.
Yeah, he's scraping the top, though, so he might actually have a little cluster.
Yeah, you see that?
Nice shot.
See how softly he hit the ball? Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, and he doesn't have a single cluster.
Yeah, no balls are touching. That's because of the angle of the shot.
That's because he's a magician, Mike. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's got that nickname.
He's a physicist.
A physicist.
Physicist.
Say that after a few beers. He's got a couple of good balls to protect. The 8 and the 6 would be ideal. The 5 as well is also a nice break ball. So you'll probably see him work around that.
Yeah, he likes the 8 and the 6 a little more because of the 14 key ball. There's no key ball for the 5 that's as juicy as the 14 ball. So
Efren, don't worry about key balls. He's going to take it out right now.
yeah, that's why he's not. That's why he's not concerned about the 5 ball.
That one rattled home actually. That wasn't a clean one.
He's got the 3-10 or 11-10.
I favour that he'll take the 3. Just take the middle out of the. He'll take the middle one. Just affords probably better positional shots.
It's a good rule of thumb. It gives you more space for the other 2 balls. If you have the opportunity to pick between 3 different shots, you pick the one in between so that you have more opportunities with the other 2 balls, like Del was saying. It's a pretty good rule of thumb.
You know where the rule of thumb comes from, Mike?
I doth bite my thumb at you.
It's actually from the 1920s, 1930s. It's an old British thing where if your housewife stepped out of turn, she would get wrapped on the thumb. So she would get like a stick to the thumb.
Stick to the thumb.
Yeah, so they would like wrap her across the thumb.
Do you still practice this?
No, it's completely banned and outlawed now. And that's why they said, by the rule of thumb. Something you should always follow.
Should always follow, yes. I think he's going to attack this 12 and 15 very soon, so he might use the 8 or the 6 to attack the 12 and 15.
He's going to leave the 8, which is a bit of a wider angle. It gives him a bit more option with the key ball as the 14 there.
It's also a little further from the stack. Most of the players, including myself, like a break ball that's further from the stack because then you can use follow ball instead of draw.
Personally, I stop this dead and I'll take probably the 1 ball next or the 7. Start working my way up the rec. Doesn't need to be too fancy, just kill it there. But then it is Efren, so who knows?
Yeah, he's grouping the balls, so he's trying to get rid of both those balls that were there. So he wanted to take care of those 2 balls because then the 8 and 14 is clear for his break shot.
You see, he's probably not used to the speed of the cloth there because that's getting a little bit close to my work.
Looks like a 2-1, 13, 11, 14. He got on the wrong side of the 13, so he might go 1, 14. Oh, he's bowing out and he's playing the 13-9. He could also go 1, 14, 13, 11 because the 13's in such a good spot in line with the 11. He could use either ball, either the 11 or the 14 as key balls. Yeah, very close to his work, but he played it super strong. I think he was trying to get on the 11, which means that he'll have to go 14, 13.
You can still play the 11. You might still see him play the 11 and leave the 14 as a key ball because it's so natural. Efren, if we go to the wide angle shot, you'll just see him play this up table. Not scared of playing a long ball. He's
but put the cue ball on the wrong side of the 13.
You can kill it. You know, just play a little bit of draw into this ball.
Yeah, he might be forced to play the 14 up table instead of in the side.
This is a nice kill shot. Might be right now.
Yeah, it was hard to kill and be on the correct side of the 14, but he's got options here.
Still adapting. It's still early on. You probably see him still adapting to the pace of the cloth because it does play differently to the other tables.
Yeah, corner ball was a little easier to maintain the proper angle on the 8. He's got a great break shot for the 8 ball, though. This is a little past a 30-degree cut, probably like a 45 or something like that. So he's got good angle to cut this in, and he'll have a lot of speed on the cue ball.
Thanks for joining the stream, guys. We're up to 230 viewers. Just please do like and share. This is the last match of the night. Great chance to see Efren and Petri Makkonen at the table as well. Petri made a pretty wild shot and hasn't been back to the table since.
he had a good opportunity and just didn't take advantage.
Yeah, I think they say that age-old thing of maybe he rushed it a little, didn't take his time, or maybe just hit it that touch too hard, trying to open the balls up too much.
I'm pretty sure that Petri is along the same lines as all of us, and we've all respected Efren for years, and it's a little harder to shoot him than other guys for some reason. I think he's going to go 110, open him up with the 10 and the 6 as insurance guys.
Do you know what cue he uses, Mike?
I don't.
That's a good question. We just got asked it in the chat. Maybe someone in the chat knows as well. I've never asked that question personally.
Cues are so personal, it's hard to ask guys what they use. And
if it's a Davini, someone's saying it's a Pat Davini. There you go, not scared of going into the balls. Left himself the 11.
He's got the 11 or the 6, I believe. It also has the 15 on the side if for some reason those balls don't go. Someone said Pat Davini. Is that his latest cue? I know he's gone through different cues throughout his career.
I mean, it does look like it does fit the brand for a Davini.
It looks pretty worn in, though. I wonder how many years he's been playing with this.
Cues for a while. Definitely a high deflection cue. He's left a couple of options here. He doesn't really need to open these up too much. You might just see him if he's low on the 5. You might just see him bump the 7 out. I don't know if he's low enough on the 5 just to bump the 7.
He looks pretty solid here. I think he can tickle the 5 or tickle the 9-7 out. He'll have shape on the 6 after. There's no danger here. He just doesn't want to push it too far.
Yeah, because he'll leave the 9 as the break shot.
I think that's the right move here. It doesn't look like those balls go anywhere but up table, so I would actually make sure I got a little separation with those two. Develop the 9 and push the 7 out of the way.
Definitely makes them a little easier. There you go. Just tried to bump it. You see him put a little bit of extra pump onto it. I think he's only left. Has he left just the 2?
I think he's got the 2 and the 4.
2 and the 4. Well, and the 4. Okay.
Yeah, he'll probably play position on those 2 balls, one rail to the right.
You see him swing it around 2. Just like that.
Right, that came a little short, I think.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to push. If we see the overhead, we might be able to just see if he can... yeah, he might just need to bump the 7 here if he plays the 4.
If he does that, he's going to want to hit the 7 with follow to make sure that he doesn't touch the 9 because he wants to maintain the 9.
Can't disturb the 9 here. Oh, he's managed to get around it. That's perfect. Now he'll take the 6. You'll see him just try and get back in a bit more of a prime time shape.
Yeah, probably 6-15. Maybe get the balls up table. Maybe 6-15, 13. Get the balls up table. Then use the 3 and 7 as key balls or 3 and 9 as key balls.
I agree with that.
I actually like the 9 ball less than the 7. I like the 7 more here as a break shot, so I would try to preserve the 7.
Yeah, and I think that with you see him with him not running into the 7, you probably that probably dictates that he wants to keep the 7 as the break shot.
He got nasty straight on this 13 ball, so
you can just roll straight through, play the 15 in the side afterwards.
Yeah, 15-9, 14-3 is what I see.
Yeah.
Or 3-14. Either are good. I do like taking out the 14 first and using the 3 more than the 14, but
yeah, it just affords that little bit of easier shape getting to the 7.
Yeah, we may see Efren do it the other way though. Guys, are our mics working all right? We are using a little bit of different equipment here.
What Mike means is that this is real technology, this is real equipment. We're not just streaming off his
so
iPad.
if you guys have anything that we need to adjust, we can adjust it pretty efficiently.
Oh, wow, he really followed that. That's a really uncharacteristic error. He tried to cheat the pocket there and come off 2 rails. He didn't really want to be left on the rail queuing the 15, and that's the reason he played it that way.
So Petri gets an open opportunity here with a nice pattern. I suspect he'll get through this rack and into the next rack.
Yeah, big shout out to highrockstore.com. They're bringing to the stream here. in association with Cusco, bringing the live digital scoring as well, as you see in the background just now.
Yeah, thanks to the guys behind the scenes as well. Got a good crew here.
They've been awesome. It's been a really slick event, and we've still got 2 days to go.
Now from here, I think he's going to go 1-9, 15, 14, right?
I mean, it's a great opportunity for Petri. He's not too far behind, so you're not really feeling the pressure of being behind, because he knows with 2 or 3 good racks, he's back in front.
Yeah, 15, 9, 14 is what he's going to do here. He bumped the 15 into position.
Yeah, 15, 9, 14. I would take that. He's going to leave a nice angle. I mean, he can even just stop this dead. Doesn't really need to do too much. I mean, if you get kind of over elaborate with things sometimes. Oh, he likes
he's
the 9.
keeping the 9.
This is because Petri likes the hard break, and you'll see this from. Well, it's a little far.
It's a lot far.
Yeah, it's a lot far. It hasn't really settled in. I don't even think this cuts.
It cuts. He can make it. He's got to get the cue back where it is now, so he's going to go 2 long rails and back to the middle, and it's not natural speed. I've noticed that these tables play a little slower than I suspect with the new cloth. So he's got to hit this with a bit of pace.
He's going to go probably 2-3 rails to come back into the line of shape.
Yeah, I think two will do it.
But you have to stay high. Look at this. Perfect. 3 rails.
Yeah, he went 3 rails.
I mean, look at that. I mean, from where he was, that's a great shot.
This is a juicy shot here. He's got a little more than a half ball hit, but just a sliver more.
I've been watching some of his games off camera, and Petri is, I mean, he's one of the best cueists. I mean, you might have seen him at the WPS where he has one of the best 8-ball breaks I've ever seen.
He's an animal, guys. He's an animal.
Probably at the top 5 of 8-ball breaks I've ever seen. So when he goes into this straight pull kind of break shot, he really doesn't hold back. Hopefully,
he's got to draw this ball, though. I really think he'll draw this ball. I think this is a possible scratch for you, follow.
He'll go for the Torsten. I mean, just look at the power he puts into the break shot. It's ridiculous. He's made like 3 balls. And he's got a shot. That's the most important thing. Hey, Edwin. How you doing, buddy? Just saying, Edwin Gutkin there.
Oh, Edwin. It's good to see you on the stream, bud. Be better seeing you in the pool hall. I know you're in the area. Come out. Edwin's an old friend of mine. Used to roll with my other close friend, Ginky.
So he'll take out, I mean, he'll do his best just to take out these 2 balls above the head string so that he can
make it a half table game.
Make it a half table game, exactly. And he has a lot of options. There's a lot of break ball options there. He has the 4, the 3, possibly the 11 as well. So he'll just work around those. No other options possible to him right now.
Now, do you draw all the way back for the 5, or do you try to get on the 6 here?
I do. I draw back into past the 3rd diamond because
so
I'm
you get the 5 or the 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guaranteeing the 8, the 6, or the 5.
So this is a low outside, low left. He's going to try to widen the angle off the rail.
Yeah, it's great. Great to see Steve Lomax, another great cue maker, tune in on the stream.
You guys, just a couple sponsors we should mention. Del, you're sponsored by Obi.
Obi Cues,
Obi
G2
Cues.
Tips, Outsville.
Great equipment, guys.
These guys, you should always check them out. Also, Chalky Sticks, download the app. And Lights Out Billiards Apparel.
And I'm sponsored by Jacoby Products and Kamui Products. They both make fine equipment. And the guys at Jacoby, man, might be the sweetest guys you ever met. They'll do anything you want to do as far as cue repair or cue design. They're incredible.
Who's that, Brandon and?
Yeah, Brandon and his father, Dave.
Father Dave. Yeah, Brandon really making some great cues.
All right, so he's got this 13 ball, 6 ball. He's got a little congestion with the 4 and 3. He'll probably use the 15 to get on the 3, I suspect, or the 4. And if he's got angle now, he'll address it now. I don't think he has the right angle.
Looks like he's going forward. Yeah, you don't want to get too cute with that because, you don't really want to leave yourself where you're kind of shooting just for one ball here.
Right, he's going to have to shoot a lot of these balls up table. I think he's going to go 6-5.
Do you see that? Do you see the 6 just roll off the spot there? That's why he just took a little pause. The 6 just rolled off the spot as if someone touched it.
Yeah, that's funny. I've actually seen that a lot through my years in pool. The break position, these are brand new. They were just reclothed like a week ago. So that's not from people breaking on them or anything. It's just a sticker. I think these balls go up table. If they do, that might make this run out a little easier. He might be able to go like 5, 11, 15, 3, and use the 4 as a break shot. Or
yeah, one of these will definitely go in the side. The one thing you'll notice about the Europeans, they don't mind using the corner pocket. The side pocket, and that's about perfect. I think you might see him take the 15 first now. Take the 15 and just try and float up.
if he can see the 15, he'll definitely take that first.
Yeah, because you're clearing out the break shot, and that's really what he wants here. It just depends how soft he can hit this, and try and leave the 11 next. Yeah, he chose to bump it instead. Took a little risk with a bump.
A risk with a high reward. That makes the run out much easier. Anything trying to kill the ball and that kind of stuff might have had him jar the pocket or something. Not on the new equipment, but he's playing, I think, more familiar with tight equipment.
Yeah,
Needs this to come a little further.
This is perfect.
Yeah, he's good here. This is natural. Get the cue ball just off the rail, a little bit past where the 3 is now, probably about a ball.
Yeah, where the cue ball is right now, that would be great.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Another one, he's right back in this. Currently 36-19 is the score. Efren does have a foul, so you see that -1 in the corner. That just means he's on 1 foul currently.
This scoring is really valuable and really good. The only thing I don't like is that it keeps the fouls up. So like if Petri runs like 89 balls and gets stuck to the stack, he can't take an intentional foul, then have Efren take a foul and then tell Efren he's on 2. It's kind of like a good straight pull thing, is to have to remember that your opponent's on a foul.
I do kind of like that, to remember it. Yeah, because if the player sees it, then you're kind of like you kind of want to sneakily tell them they're on 2.
Yeah, there's no intellectual memorization needed to to make the game a little sweeter.
No, this is true. Hey guys, I'm gonna have a shout out now. I mean, we're gonna stick with the Blues. So if you want Petri to win, give us a like. If you want Efren to win, that's a red heart.
It's a red hot.
It's a red hat.
All right, he's got to pocket this 5. He's going to lose the cue ball a little bit, but I think he can go probably around the middle of the table if he can hit it soft enough. Lost a little bit, but he's actually in good position here. He can play the 12 or the 14. If he would have preferred the middle of the table, we always try to get to the middle of the table, but
There's a lot of Efren fans out there. The people in Finland need to wake up. It's only 3:30 a.m. Don't worry. Yeah, Petri more than capable of running out here. I think he just needs to settle down a little. Maybe this is his first time playing Efren. I don't know. Believe it or not, guys, I know we say that, but we do mention it because it does play such a factor.
yeah, the first time you play your hero is always a little bit of a shocker. And regardless of how strong you play, you might play under your speed just because you respect him a little too much.
But Petri's been on the world stage. He's played with Mika on the Matchroom events. He's a regular on the Euro Tour. I believe he's won a Euro Tour event as well, so he's no stranger to winning.
His only problem is the 2-8. Everything else goes once you clear other balls away, and
Yeah, just float through for this. Try and clear either the 10 or the 9.
I don't know. I might have drawn there and got position on the 9 ball to go into the 8 and 2 and use the 10 as insurance. A little different than I would have played that particular position.
The Geico ball.
He could develop the 6 here, maybe.
Yeah, now he'll develop the 6. I I strongly believe from here he can just push this into a... I mean, the 7 is a good break ball anyway, so it doesn't really need to get too cute with this.
Yeah, he'll hit this with follows. Oh.
Yeah, I think he's happy with the 7.
He could have developed a 6 there with a little bit of follow. He would have had shape on the 9 after.
Yeah.
And he could have addressed the 2-8 situation with the next shot. So
Yeah.
I kind of think that was a free shot to develop a break shot and get position to open up the cluster. So let's see when he's going to address this, because he's starting to leave this for a little too long, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna. I agree with you, Mike. He's going to need to address it quite soon, and he'll probably do it off this next shot with the 9 ball. Doesn't want to get too far. He's left it. Well, no, he should be fine actually. Because what he's doing here is he doesn't need an insurance ball, because if he hits the 8 flush, he'll be finished. He'll finish on the 2 ball there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has the angle to hit the 8 flush. Maybe he can use pure follow and tickle the 8, but I don't know how thickly he can hit this. We'll know when he hits it, because
Yeah,
I think that it's going to slide past it like it did.
Yeah, he didn't really put a lot of force into it though. That's the thing. Still protecting the 7 ball.
He's in big trouble.
Yeah.
That little situation had to be
tell
addressed.
it like it is, Mike.
Yeah, he had to address that. He's got to leave angle on the 3 to draw into it, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, here we go now. Now's the time to... I still think he's too thick. He's too thick on this to play it with
he's
any
going to have to go
right-hand side.
low right, try to hit the second diamond and swing 2 rails into it.
Low right.
Yeah, I don't... maybe he's too thin.
I don't even like the right-hand side. I just think it'll be pure... I think he'll just try with pure right-hand side and try and let the cue ball weight follow into this. So you kind of see like he's putting a high right on this.
Yeah, I might just play position for the 7 here, up table, and then try to go in there off the 7.
Oh wow, he came 4 rails. He went the Raj Hundal way. Anytime you go 4 rails, that's the Raj Hundal salute. The only man I know that loves to play more rails than less.
Than necessary.
Oh, sorry, than necessary, that's right.
He's dead here. I don't think there's anything he...
He does have a shot, but it's not a shot that I would like to have in straight pull.
He doesn't have
Because if
angle.
you look at the angle, he can actually play this as the bank to the corner pocket, to the far corner pocket on the left as we look.
Bank the 8?
Yeah. It depends how aggressive you want to be. I don't like a safety here anyway, so I'd probably be looking to bank the 8.
You know what I would do? I'd pot the 7, and I'd play a 1 pocket safety off the 8 and 2.
He needs to play safe, but he'll feel pretty invested in this rack right now, and sometimes it's hard to back off. I don't know.
I think he's playing safe. He's trying to put him behind the 2, I think.
Yeah, he's got to. He played my shot. I told you. I told you he went for the long back.
And look what happened.
I'm not saying he plays it as well as me, but you know, I haven't missed a shot from the booth all day, so forgive me.
I think that was...
The angle was perfect though, and I like the
Yep.
way that he spotted the angle, but he played it too hard. Playing it too hard, it shortened the angle. Whereas if he'd have played it medium pace...
Efren came up short here on the 8.
Oh yeah.
Efren's one of the only guys I've seen kill this ball, but I think I would go back and forth.
Yeah.
3 rails.
He could kill this and still have an angle, you mean?
Yeah.
He's got to go back and forth here. Just avoid the scratch. That's the only thing. Needs to come back. It's a big bounce.
Come back to
and
Poppy. He had it perfect.
I mean,
Perfect speed, guys.
do you ever worry about being perfect? Do you ever worry about that?
I would worry if I got there more often.
Yeah, Petri's got to be kicking himself because he was in good shape there, but like Mike said, he just took too long in taking that spread out. He's back in the match, but now Efren's got an open table, a perfect break shot, and he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Yeah, Petri had a good, I'll say 3 opportunities to attack that one situation with tons of insurance, and he just didn't choose to do it.
Like I say, when you get frustrated and you're heavily invested in a rack, and he did put a lot of work into that one, sometimes it's hard to let it go.
Yeah, I'm sure Petri saw the safe and just didn't want to safe. He wanted to stay at the table. You know, when I was coming up, my teacher told me, he's like, look, if you ever play Efren, basically someone much better than you play more aggressive. You don't try to get in a defensive battle with Efren or some other guy at that level, they're just going to outmove you.
Yeah.
And I've sort of stayed true to that, and it's let me win some games that maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe Petri was doing the right thing there, but I really think his main error was just early on. He really just should have addressed that before it became a problem.
Yeah, if you're looking for that high run, you should definitely, attack the clusters early, so that it does open up the rack. The longer you leave it, the harder it does get, and that was evident there. He left himself a long bank shot.
I kind of like cutting the 3 in here and going into the stack and opening up the rest of the balls, but maybe it's too thin.
Could be a bit thin from where we are. Okay, I've stopped trying to guess what Efren does. You've just got to sit back sometimes and let the man do his thing. I think now you might see that 3 ball.
He got a little leakage. He was playing for the 3, and he's probably still going to play it because he has the 14 as insurance.
Yeah,
but he wanted to be a little thicker on this ball. This is no problem for Efren, but he would have liked to have been a little bit fuller.
You see, I mean, he could have got funny there. I mean, the 14 did save him. That was his insurance ball. But if he slid over just a little more, he'd have been hooked on the 9. See my bro amigo Raymond Linares in the chat room. He's over at Lindenwood right now, training for a little masterclass.
So he's taken out the 8 ball, which is actually one of the better break shots because of the position of the 4 and 2. He's doing that because he was in a little awkward position. He can play the 5 and then the 12 next, clear out that problem.
6 and 13 is still a good break shot too.
It is, and the 6, 13, and 1 are all good key balls, so he's not in any trouble. But he had to eliminate one break shot to maintain good cue ball control moving forward.
Yeah, Raymond Linares, I don't know if you know Ray, but he's out training with Mark Wilson right now.
Oh, really?
At the Lindenwood University, yeah. Great school for billiards. Has produced a lot of champions down the line.
Yeah, Mark's good friends with Efren, right? Mark Wilson?
He is, yeah. I'm not sure what status here. Maybe Ray could let the guys know or give a link on the stream for anyone that's interested in.
Actually, I had a little talking with Mark.
Mark was the previous captain of Team USA.
Yeah.
And coach.
Very nice guy. Anyway, back to the stream. Looks like he's got the 11. He's got the 1 or 13 as key ball break shot. Looks like there's a 4 up there. I'm not sure if there's other balls up table or not just the 4. So he's going to go 13-4, probably 1-13.
4 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to come Ray up for the 4, and that's perfect. Let's see him just draw across the table. Won't use any rails here if he can avoid it.
He's going to decide which ball he's going to use the break ball first before he shoots the shot. And by what he shot, he's using the 1 ball instead of the 13, I believe. Although I prefer the 13 myself.
Yeah, he just realized that he was going to make it an easier shot or an easier opportunity to explode the rack from this one than it was the other one, to try and kill the ball there. Getting a great shot of the cue there. I don't know if just after the score, if we can go back to that. Just Efren's cue. Beautiful 4-point. Looks like it's got a few veneers in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 veneers. Somebody said it was a Divini. Someone said it's an Elder cue.
Maybe it's an Elder Divini.
Could be an Elder Divini. Yeah. I wish I knew more. You're just going to see him use a lot of follow and go through the rack here. He'll just cue right over the ball. There you go. You see the ball just travel forward.
It's a perfect break shot position. You can almost had nothing go wrong there. Sometimes on very rare occasions you won't have a shot after the break, but that would be a very, very bad roll.
I mean, he might go back into the rack again here, but again, he doesn't really need to, because you know, he could probably pick off a few of these before he goes back into the rack, because he doesn't really have a good insurance ball if he gets stuck on the bottom of the pack there.
Yeah, I used to like to go into the pack here, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, just too much can go wrong.
Yeah, you have to hit the exact right ball. So if you hit the 2 ball on the left side, you're okay, as we're looking at it, because of all the 15 or the 4 or the 11. But if you hit the 10 ball thick and just stick there,
Yeah, you just
then you'll be in trouble, and you'll probably want to break yourself or your cue.
Because it's Efren, he's just going to do it anyway, and he's got the 8 ball. He has the 7 in the side as well.
He does have the 8, but notice he didn't have the 11. He doesn't have the 4.
No, it
so
could have gone wrong. You're absolutely right. I mean,
it definitely could have gone awry. This is new cloth, polished balls, so they're separating much easier. Possibly if he was on old cloth, he might reconsider that, but he's not. So he's playing the equipment, which is the right thing to do.
What he's done effectively is he's created an excellent break ball in the 10. And you'll probably see him work around the 10 ball now. Everything else is open, 0 clusters.
He'll use the 15 to get on the 11, which is a slight problem. He's going to spear the 7 in the side. And he hit the 10 and made it actually better if you used the 9 ball or 5 ball as key balls. So he might have intentionally pushed that over into position there.
Yeah, I mean, that key ball with the 9 and the 5 is perfect now. Just to leave him a good angle if that's the pattern that he does want to play.
Yeah, I doubt he would have moved it unless he had an objective there.
I see him coming up, just clearing the 15 after the 4, maybe the 11, and just see him work his way through the rack here.
Generally speaking, most straight pull players would eliminate all the balls underneath the break ball. So the 10 ball is his break ball. We get rid of the 8 ball, the 11, the 4, the 15, and then we also try to make it a half table game as quickly as possible. So we would get rid of the 5, 9, and the 14. This particular case is a little different because the 5, 9 are good key balls, and the 14 leads to the 5, 9. So he may lead the 14 for a side pocket shot, come around for the 5, and then he has the 9 on the other side. Very natural position to his break shot. So he could lead the 14 to play position, or he could try to eliminate some of those balls.
I just got a beer delivery, so I'm very, very happy. Thanks to Mike's wife, Christine.
Yeah, I should thank my wife. She's amazing, always helpful, and she watches me play these beasts, and sometimes do well, and sometimes not do so well.
Just refreshing the score
her
there.
Beautiful face is blocking my screen right now, so there we go. All right, so he's going to play the 15 here, then probably the 3, 13, 2, 14, 9, and 5. Okay, he's double-crossing me on the first shot.
See, Mike, I told you, unless there's 3 balls left on the table, I'm not going to try and tell you what he's going to do. All I know is he's probably going to protect the 10 and work his way around that. I like the chat going on about the cue that Efrain's using. One guy said it's a dragon heartstring core with unicorn hair, which clearly is one of a kind. I've never seen 2 of a kind of a unicorn or a dragon.
I've seen dragons before.
You've seen dragons before? I mean,
so 2, 14, 5, 9. He is sticking to. So
yeah. So you see that you see what Mike said earlier about when the 10 pushed across. You can see the direct line there with the 9 ball and the 5, and you really want to just limit your cue ball right at the end there.
He's got so many options with the 9. He can play it in the side or the corner, so it's a really juicy key ball after he pockets the 5.
Yeah, I mean he can even he's keeping minimal cue ball movement. You see the pockets are playing quite large. He hit a diamond up there, and the ball kind of sloshed its way in.
He might have got a little too straight on this, so he's trying to see if he can draw back and play it in the side, or if he should try to settle with the corner. Based on where he put his cue, I think he's trying to get the side position, but I personally would probably settle for the corner. Yeah, he decided for the corner. Good. So
he's going to try and leave the cue ball where the 9 ball is now. Maybe a little bit more angle. I know that Efren really doesn't mind where he leaves the cue ball. Yeah, that's just perfect.
Yeah, he got nice and parallel.
This is it. That costly error where Petri didn't play safe has kept him in the chair for another 30 balls.
So we had a 37 ball run so far and a 31 ball run. Both have played more spectacular throughout the event, but they're not over yet.
I mean, unless I remember, guys, we've been here since 11. Okay. I've been doing the micron. He's got a little funny here. I think he's going to have to...
I'll play for the 7. Open him up with the 7, then use the 12 balls insurance.
Yeah, maybe just use... I don't think he's finished on the 7, so he might just use the 12.
Yeah, he may have come up short. He does have the 8 in the side's also a possible break shot. But I haven't seen him use that as much as other guys, so he might be on the 7 here.
I agree with you. That 12 ball's a really good insurance if he could have gotten a 7 just there. Do you think he can get back in line off the 13, or is it too? Yeah, it's probably too acute.
He could use the 8.
Is he following? Wow, he's following on to that one. That just
got
shows
the
how
11 as
aggressive he is.
insurance. So, you know, he still had insurance there, so there was nothing wrong with that shot. A smart play by Efren. Guys, they're racing to 125. All the round robin race was to 125. And this match actually has a big impact on who gets through. If Petri wins, it has favorable positions for Tommy Walters. If Efren wins, then it favors Petri, or it favors Zion getting through. So it's actually a pretty big match here.
Mike knows this group well. He was in the group of death himself.
I was at some point. Yeah, Efren got out in 3 innings on me, so I'm hoping he does the same. He ran a 98, I ran a 52, and then he closed it out.
He's currently on a 29. Looking at his previous high run was 37, so this is his 2nd inning. Might be a little bit higher than that after this rack.
Okay, that opened up everything nicely. He's got the 8 balls of break shot. Unfortunately, all the balls are below the break ball, so he's going to have to use one of those balls as a key ball. I kind of like the 7, but he's probably going to shoot that off now.
Yeah, he's going to shoot that off now just purely because it's going to open up the 1 and the 5.
Yeah.
He may even play for the 1 and the 5 now just so he can get the cue through it. Perfect.
Yeah, good call, Del. He's got the 1 next, I think.
That's my snooker background. Playing with the rest.
He's going to play the 1 and the 4. He'll probably use the 6 balls as a key ball, I think. Ooh, see, now that's twice that spot has been a little...
Yeah, it's been a bit funny, right? It's kind of rolled over and bubbled over it.
Yeah, it's caused a couple of funny rolls.
Maybe they want to have a look at that for tomorrow. Just make sure that it's flat. Or replace the spot altogether. Those do just peel off.
Yeah, it's brand new equipment, so I would just toss that and put a new one on.
Yeah, just toss it and put a new black spot. I think he finished a little bit closer to the rail than he wanted here because he really wanted to try and hold for the 6.
I
but we'll soon see how he plays this.
Yeah, I like this. I like using the 6 as my key ball. So he's going to play, I believe, let's cross him over a little bit. I would go 9, 13, 6 and use the 6 ball as my key ball, but he's going to go 13,
6, 9.
6, 9.
Yeah, I like the 9. I like the 9 for a key ball. It affords a lot of opportunity. Because
Do you
like I
play
say,
for the side pocket or the corner?
I would play for the side pocket, but like I say, if I come too high, then I have options, or if I come too low, again, I've got options. So he went a little bit high, and now he's just going to draw it straight back, and it's about perfect.
Yeah, he'll want the cue ball favoring the right side of the table more on this one.
Yeah, there we go. Again, the thing that amazes me about watching Efren and seeing him up close, and this is the first time I've watched him play straight pull live, he hits the break shot so soft but gets such a good result. It's almost like he knows exactly where the cue ball's going, exactly how to break the rack.
I'm gonna whine a little bit. Efren Reyes and guys like Alex Pagulayan and some other of those Filipino players, their cue ball control, meaning speed control, is just off the charts. It's really not like the Europeans play or the Americans play. It's a whole nother level of speed control with their cue ball. And that's really what I think puts them at such a high level when it comes to screwing the rock around.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I think we just got one of the Finnish fans, in I believe it's Matti. I think all of the Finnish players have advanced. I think they do take the top 3 spots in each one, as well as the Polish players. I think all of the Polish players have advanced as well.
I'm not sure Petri will advance if...
He needs to beat. Are you saying he needs to beat Efren?
I think he needs to beat Efren, or maybe I'm wrong in my bracket, but we had a really strong bracket in Efren and Petri's group. Everyone was over a 100-ball runner. I think there was one guy that was like a 90-ball runner, but I kind of suspected he was going to get position on the 11 and open up the stack, assuming that it went by the 7, but he's doing something a little different here. You know what? I think the 514 is locked or wired, and I think the 3 goes in the left corner. So he's got a bunch of options to open this up. He doesn't need to use.
Yeah, I mean, I like the 12.
I like the 12 with the 7.
Yeah, so that's what he's doing as well. He doesn't want to be too straight on.
He got above it, yeah.
I mean, he can still punch this, and I think there's enough angle there just to kind of punch into it and follow.
I think I draw back for the 514. It's pretty wired.
514? I don't
514
think so.
the lower right corner, or just take the 3 ball.
Yeah, just pick them off.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely the top 3, Jeffrey. Top 3 will advance.
Yeah, he didn't have any room to go into the stack, so he just fell forward a little bit. He's going to play position on either the 514 combination or the 5-4 combination or the 3 ball.
As you see there, the current score is 80 to Efren before this rack, 80 to 31. Leads by 51. Should be up by around 94 at the end of this rack, obviously if he gets through it. I think what you're saying there from Mike is that he might be forced into a combo here. And you might see him play the 14-10. The 14-10 looks pretty wired to me.
Yeah. There's a couple of wired balls there. Either the 5-4 is pretty good, the 14-10 is pretty good, and the 5-14 is good. He's pretty on the 5-10 or the 14-10, so I think they'll call that right on. And he could actually hit the 14-10, develop the 5, and he should have shape on the 14 after.
Yeah, he actually went follow, which was a bit risky because he didn't know if he was going to stick.
Well, he just didn't develop anything.
He's still got no break ball. I mean,
one in the side looks like all he has right now.
The one in the side, the leaping salmon where I'm from.
kind of jumped up there, which I very rarely see Efren do.
Yeah, he'll be getting edgy. He knows he's close. I mean, 94, when you get close to that 100 mark in a race to 125, I mean, he's actually developed a break ball there.
Is that out of the rack?
Yeah, it's outside the rack. I mean, he's asking Petri. Petri will just confirm that.
No, that's in the rack.
Oh. Again,
that's over the line.
Excellent camera work. I'm glad these guys listen to us.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 4 ball is not out for Efren, so he's got to use the 1 ball.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if
he could
just
tickle it out now, but he's got guaranteed position on the 1 if he wants it. He can play the 6, play position the 4, and leave the cue in the stack, have ball in hand on the 1.
It's way too risky for me. Yeah, he's going to pop it in the side. He may even float. He may even go to the top pocket here, and you'll see him just float off the side rail. Or
he's going to the side. He's going to leave the cue ball above the 1. The nice angle to go into the stack. This is very natural.
Lovely. Wow, I wonder if he puts any pace on it. Now,
he's been hitting it pretty soft. This is one where I think he'll also hit soft. It's very natural. He's going to split the 7 and 13.
Because you want to hit it head on, 94 to 31. He's got a commanding lead now, so Petri has everything to do, and he'll be hoping for a scratch or a mistake. Yeah, you see, he hit that one just a little harder because
he did.
Because you're going into the top of the rack there, and you're not really aiming for the sides. So the side of the rack there, if you contact the side of the rack, you risk a scratch.
Yeah, game over.
Yeah.
As they say in Saw.
Wow. I mean, again, no obvious clusters. I mean, other than what he's. I mean, every ball has a pocket. When I say that.
As an avid pool player, I have to pay attention to how softly Efren's attacking the rack and how nice it's opening up. I mean, that's not... It has a lot to do with the equipment, but he's also judging the right angle on the stack, making sure he gets perfect angle on the break shots so he doesn't have to hit it hard. You know, his key ball to break shot position play has been just outstanding the whole tournament. Every match I've seen, he's just gotten perfect on the break shots.
Yeah, and that, there's a lot to be said for that.
That equates to high runs.
It does.
You know, getting wonky on your break ball, coming with a hero shot, and keeping a run. You can do that every now and then.
A little bit wonky.
But you're not gonna have a bunch of high runs.
I wouldn't be surprised if he plays the 3 here and just pushes the 11 to the rail, which means that the 11 will go. I mean, doesn't even really have to push anything, but...
You could make it a key ball and push it by the side, too.
Oh, he did. Perfect. Good call, Mike.
Now the 4 ball is a break shot, and you got the 11 as a key ball. I don't know if he has any other shots, but that was a possibility.
Does he need any more?
Yeah, he only had 97. He's got to get through
97,
and the next a little bit. But he's going to have to shoot this 4 ball. He didn't get on the 7 like he'd hoped.
He might just protect it and take the 11. See, I mean, I know that he did push that into a good key ball shot, but sometimes you have to give it up and change your plan.
Yeah, the 14 ball is also a great break shot. So
yeah, he's got options.
I like the 14 more than the 4 actually. The pocket's a little bigger with the 14 than the 4 ball.
Yeah, definitely.
I tend to get cute here and play position for the 8. Let's see if he does that. No, he played for the 5.
And that's why we're sat here, Mike.
That's even cuter.
He's out.
No, he's actually a little weird here. I think he's going to play the 4 next.
I don't know. I quite fancy the 5. I quite fancy just splitting the 5 and pushing the 10.
I don't like it. He can get stuck on the bottom rail, and there's no balls to sort of save him.
I don't think there's anything he can. I mean, would he?
I play the 4 and stay above. The 4 is actually an easier shot than it looks. All right, you're right, Del.
Yeah, I'm in the mind of it, mate. Don't worry. Me and Efren, we're like this. We think alike.
You see how it's going down? See how it's going down?
Well, perfect to me.
Right, but the cue ball went
Right.
down, But yes, it landed perfect. He played the 10 ball. He played the position of the 10 ball. But he's playing the 8 ball instead.
Yeah, now he'll take the 4 because he's not really concerned about that being any kind of break ball. But I agree with Mike. He's gonna have to play the 13 at some point. I would play the 13 and the 9. He needs to clear those balls. He got across for it. Now he'll play the 13 next.
Yeah, 13 the side, draw back a little bit for the 9 ball, 10, and he'll use the 7 in the corner to get position on the 14 ball.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with the draw shot off the 13.
13, 9, 10, 7, 14 is what I see.
Doesn't need to draw much, just needs to hold the cue ball, and it's perfect. To be fair, he could even play the 7 now, but and have the same angle, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you like the I like that key ball too with the 10 ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's decided to use the 10 ball as a key ball. Another very good option.
He'll be at 108 after this rack, and we'll only need one more rack after that.
Yeah, this is just a little bit of outside English, center left here, maybe a hair of draw. Come right into natural position for a parallel shot. He actually got a little thick on this. Maybe the camera angle, but I think he's
It's Efren. It's Efren. They'll explode open, and he won't have one difficult ball to shoot.
Yeah, this is the first shot where I feel like he's got to hit it a little firmer or he could get stuck. This one he doesn't have as much angle. He's got maybe 15 degrees. All the others he's had like 30 plus. So, you know, like a half ball hit or better. And this is the first one where he's got a pretty thick hit on this ball, maybe a 15 or 16 degree cut. I suspect he'll hit this with a little more pace, but, you know, I could be wrong.
The current run as it stands is he's at 71.
Yeah, I see he hit it much harder, and he only has the 15 ball. I mean, he's got a 7 ball shot, but his legitimate shot is going to be the 15 ball. And was he playing for 7?
No, sorry, I said his high run is at 71. That's 72 with the ball he just made, so he's currently at 72. He'll be looking to get out.
Oh, that's right. It's a race to 125. Start with 108, so he still has to get through this rack and into the next one. I think he'll float over for the 13 here. Now, a little tip from Thorsten. Thorsten said he likes to leave a ball on that bottom rail so that there's no dead space. I never thought of it that way, but he's really analyzing where there's dead space and trying to make sure that he doesn't get stuck in dead space. That's another good way to look at sort of the straight pull zones. He's got the 5. I think he can push into the 12 if he wants, or he can just float down between the 9 and the 13 and take out one of those 2 balls. Thanks for the kind comments, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, myself and Mike will be commentating on the Efren Tony Robles match at Amsterdam Billiards this weekend on Saturday. So do tune in.
Yeah, that'll be from 6 to 9 guys exhibition. I think they're doing straight pull in one of the rotation games, either 9 ball or 10 ball.
Yeah,
so a couple good sets, guys.
We'd love to see people in person if you're in the New York area. It's a great chance to get up close and intimate with the guys.
Take it easy. I got a face for radio.
Efren really just going through the motions here. Again, every ball is makeable. I don't know how many he needs.
He needs to get through this rack in a little more. A couple balls extra.
So you'll still see him play for a break shot, and that looks like the 10 ball right now. Should play the 6 and just get the middle 2 balls out the way before coming down for the 9. And the 7 and 8 seem to be the obvious key balls for me.
Right, this is a little different because he's not taking the 9 out yet. He's probably figuring that the 2-3 is a little bit of a bigger problem. So if he's got the right angle on the 6, he'll take the 2-3 out and then the 9 and then address those top 2 balls. That was a little bit different than what I expected there. And I think it's a little different than what he expected based on his expressions. Yeah, he doesn't have a shot except for his break ball. So
Wow.
he made a big error there.
You think he's going to leave the 9 ball? I know, no, probably not anymore.
No, I think what he's going to do is try to push the 3 out with the 2 ball.
This is getting a little funny, Mike.
This is getting, well,
This
the
is
3 is
getting
out
a
of the
little
rack.
iffy.
The 3 is out of the rack.
Yeah, still.
And yes, it's very iffy.
He's a bit straight on this. I mean, I know that he's obviously going to tickle it off 2 rails and probably go forward on this. I mean, with lots of right-hand spin. And he's still not perfect. I mean,
He's got good on the 8.
don't really want to be listening. Sorry, you don't want to be leaving a kind of long shot like this when you only need a few balls. But I think I agree with you, Mike. Maybe he's trying to leave the 3 ball as the break shot.
Yeah, it's not in good position now. I think he might actually revert back to the 7.
You think so? I mean, looking at this, I think he might actually...
yeah, he could stick the cue ball in the rack, but I think the 7's a little too low.
He's asking if the 3's out the rack. I mean, Petri's just going to stretch his legs.
The 3 is out of the rack.
Get some circulation back in.
It's out of the rack, but it's not ideal. It doesn't open up the balls well. I think you missed a stack a lot of times with this break ball. He got really good on the 7 though.
I think he's oh man, look at that. I mean, he just needs to stop the ball dead. This is crazy. Boff.
Yeah, he'll be able to hit it now because he can use a follow stroke and
So
tickle
now
that
we're
top
just
ball.
going to look at the updated score.
So I believe it's 122. Yeah, so
There
he
we
only
go.
needs 3 balls. So
He doesn't really need to, I mean, again, he doesn't really need to split too many balls off this, but you'll still see him attack it in the same way. But he won't want to open them up too much.
more
Because
importantly, he won't need to open him up too much. He just
No.
needs 3 balls. So
I still like to attack this in the same way. What you'll probably see is he'll explode into the 5 ball. Cue ball will come across to the 2nd diamond, and he
I'm
just
gonna
needs
guess
to push
he's
out.
playing the 6 ball next. Let's see if he plays
Yeah,
the 6 ball
6 and the 4 should go towards the pocket. You see how softly he played
next.
that?
6 ball next.
Oh,
Get out of the way,
baby.
1 ball.
No,
Get out of the way, 1 ball.
It's not. It's in the way, Mike.
Looks like the 5 ball on the side is the shot.
Yeah, but is he going to stick on the rack?
Nah, he'll follow through it. He'll follow through the rack.
This isn't an easy shot. Look at the angle we've got there. This isn't like. This is not a.
This is very.
I'm
Very
trying to. I'm
easy
trying to.
shot,
Trying to raise the tension, Mike. Come on.
He's
We're on the
gonna make
precipice
this
here.
without a problem.
He's just going to blast the rack open.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
man,
go.
he's
And then his
perfect.
final ball is
Yeah.
the 1 ball.
I'd be throwing my chalk on the table right now. This is it. It's over.
Tackle him. Tackle him. Petri, tackle him.
Where's that? Where's that fat lady?
She's singing.
I left her at home. Thank you so much, guys, for listening in. This has been a great match. I'm Del Sim. I've been with Mike Yednak. Thanks so much. We'll see you again.
Guys, thanks again to Kamui Products and Jacoby Custom Cues and OB Cues and anyone else you want to mention there, Del? My wife.
Oh,
Thanks, Christine. Love you.
she brought me a beer. It's great.
Guys, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Take
Signing
care.
out, Michael Yednak.
Thank
Bye.
you.